In this project, this is the homework project for Chapter 3. We're going to do some formulas such as percent of total. We're going to do percentage of increase or percent rate of increase. And we're going to do value after increase. The first one we're going to do is percent of total. So if you open that EOC project for Chapter 3, it's going to come up and you have two sheets there. You have the public works sheet and the projected decrease sheet. The first instruction tells you in G5 we're going to insert a formula that will calculate what percentage of the total cost was used by the administration department. So we're going to figure out the percent of total of the administration department, and then we're going to go down column G and figure out the percent of total for each of the items in column A. So what we have to do percent of total, you have to take an individual amount, such as administration, which is in F5, that's the total for administration, and you have to divide it by the overall total. Now, we want to divide each of the items, or each of the amounts in column F by the total amount. So in G5, we're going to type an equal sign. Remember, an equal sign begins every formula and function in Excel, so you always have to type in that equal sign. So equal, and then we're going to do F5 divided by F10. Now remember, I said that we want each of the amounts in column F to be divided by the total. So we want that total cell reference to remain the same as we fill down column G. So after we type F10, we want to hit our F4 key, which is a function key. And when we do that, as you'll look in the formula bar, it has a dollar sign around the F, dollar signs, excuse me, around the F for the cell reference F10. That makes that cell absolute. And all that means is that when we fill down that column, F10 is going to stay the same, right? The F5 will not, because it's not absolute. And we don't want it to, because like I said, we want to go down to G6, and in G6 we want to divide F6 by F10. And then in G7 we want to divide F7 by F10, so on and so forth. So once we type in equal F5 divided by F10 and we make F10 absolute, we're going to hit our enter key. And when you do that, you should get 10% in G5. Then you're going to click back in G5. You're going to go to the bottom right corner of the cell G5, and you'll see that little black box down there. That's your fill handle. We want to put our cursor over that until you see the black plus sign. Hold down your left mouse button and then drag down through G9. Let go of your mouse, and that will fill in the formulas for percent of total for each of the items. Right? That ends how to do percent of total. You would do it the same way when you do your assessment project, but in your assessment project, the total is not going to be at the bottom of the column. I believe that in your assessment project, it puts it in B4. I believe that's the cell it's in. I know that it's up there B something, but I'm pretty sure it's B4. So when you do percent of total on your assessment project, whatever cell you're in, wherever the individual amounts are, you're going to divide each of those by B4. If you have any questions, please contact me.